Welcome, Gemini, to your March 2021 reading. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If this is the first time you've tuned in, I offer free mini readings for all new subscribers. So just click the subscribe button and ask your question in the comments below, and I'll get back to you after I shuffle my cards. Now, I get back to everyone who asks a question, so don't worry if you don't hear back from me right away. Everybody who subscribes and asks a question gets a response. Now, let's get into this month's reading. Now, this month, sorry, I'm just adjusting my camera a little bit there. This month, I'm feeling is quite significant for you. Now, not only do you have, one, two, three, four major arcana cards out of 8, you've also got a couple of court cards there as well that are quite significant. And something else that was significant for this month is your 2 Gateway Oracle cards. Now, normally I just pull out 1 card for the overall message for the month, but these 2 cards came out at the same time and they were very significant. I feel like they're very significant and they both needed to come out, so I'll go into those in a little bit of time. Now, again, Gemini, this month for you, there are so many duality cards. There are so many cards that sort of can take you in 2 different directions. Now, you start out with the 2 of Wands. Now, this is a wonderful card, actually. This is a card that talks about you being at a point in your life now where you can really choose which direction you can go in, because there's some wonderful opportunities that are going to be presenting themselves for you in March. And it indicates that you need to take some action, and I think the ball has begun to roll in a certain situation in life. Now, this could be work for some of you, or a creative project, something that you're quite passionate about. And you've kind of got the ball rolling, but you're far from finishing your quest. You're kind of at the beginning, and it might be time for you to actually be going into partnership with someone who's going to be able to help you move you further along in your goals. Now, Gemini, if you don't have a significant Libra in your life in March, I don't know what's going on here, because you've got the Queen of Swords, which I would normally read as the Libra card. This is a general reading, but the thing that cements this for me is that you've got the Justice card as well. And this is the card for Libra. So there's definitely some Libra that could potentially be very beneficial for you in March. As I said, this is a general reading, so take from this what resonates and let go of what doesn't, because these messages aren't for you. But this choice that you've got, it's like you need to think carefully about it, and you need advice from people that you trust. But it's like you are at this point in your life where your potential is unlimited, and it doesn't really matter which way you choose to go, because it's going to lead you to that same wonderful destination. The journey along the way may be a little bit different, but you will be successful in the end. Now, if you look at that 2 of Wands, it always shows the person standing before 2 options. There's the beautiful sea and the sand to one side, and then there's the mountains and the village, the beautiful castle on the other side. And you are in this position to be able to choose which one you want to go towards. But as I said, there is no wrong choice when you get the Two of Wands. You can't make a mistake, because whatever you choose is what is meant to be. Now, the Queen of Swords there, as I mentioned, this is that Libra card. Now, this is a card of balance. You know, Libras are the scale. They've got the scales, and they balance things up. They weigh things out. And in a way, I feel like this is going to be you in March. You are going to be taking on the energy of this Libra. You are going to be the one that is balancing up and weighing up your options. But also, the Queen of Swords there really asks you to clear up any of your emotional distractions, things that perhaps you've been carrying from the past. You know, just clean up the clutter. And this is mentally, because it's an air sign. You are an air sign too, Gemini. But because the Libra card is an air sign, clear up your mental clutter as well. The way you think, your thoughts. And I feel like when you do that, there's going to be some inner peace for you. And it's inner peace that you've really earned. It's like you've almost come to handle, you've come to the point where you can handle pretty much any situation that's thrown at you. And that, you know, your past experiences have allowed you to become like that. Now, the this card can also talk about a divorce. But I feel like it's right beneath the marriage card. So I don't feel that energy here for you. But it really is the Queen of Swords there really comes in and helps you get rid of anything that, or any person even, that doesn't serve your life purpose. And often, as I quite often say, when we get court cards in our readings, so that's the queens or the kings or the pages or the knights, it's asking you to take on the energy of that. If it doesn't represent a person, it's really asking you to become that person that can cut away all of that stuff, that mental anguish, that those people that no longer serve you, things that are no longer, you know, moving you along in the right direction. And in saying that, you have the Chariot card there, you know, another major arcana card. And this is that card of movement and that card of success, really. It is quite a successful card. It really talks about success. It talks about you moving in the right direction toward your success. But with the Chariot card, the thing with this is that there's also, this is one of those duality cards that I was mentioning about. And there's the black horse and the white horse. And this kind of asks you to really, it's like you're heading out on a big adventure, but you've got these two horses and each one of them pull you in two different directions. And you're the driver of the chariot. You are there and you need to take these two horses in control. You need to have control of them. So they point you in the direction that you want to go in rather than take you off in two different places. And often when we get the Chariot, it's telling you that you're going to be dealing with a situation that you've actually never encountered before. But as I said, with the Queen of Swords there, that's okay, because the things that you've gone through in your life today is going to be able to allow you to deal with anything that is thrown at you, regardless of whether you've encountered it before. Now, again, this is a card of juggling priorities. You've got the black horse and the white horse. And it could be that you're also trying to keep two people happy here. Now, on one side of you, you've got the Devil card. Now, the Devil card, it might look a little spooky, particularly in this deck. I actually think it's pretty cool looking. But the Devil is another card for Capricorn. So you've got Capricorn to one side, you've got Libra to the other side, and below you, you've got another Capricorn card. So I'm feeling like definitely there's some Libras and some Capricorns that are quite significant for you in March. But you are really in a situation where I feel like you're trying to keep more than one person happy, and you might be needing to juggle your priorities, or, so that kind of all your obligations are being fulfilled in March. So there is this energy of movement and moving ahead, and quite a lot of fast energy for you. Now, this card as well is about balancing opposing forces. And this is, going back to what, some might say the good and the evil, the good and the bad, that kind of energy, one extreme to the other. And you are the one that is, like I said, you're driving the chariot, you're the driver, and you are having to balance out these two horses, get them under control so you can move forward in the direction that you want to go in and accomplish great things as well. You're really actually mastering a lot of things at once in March. It's just such a good card of success. I'm feeling such strong energy from this Chariot card. And for some of you, this can even talk about an up-and-coming promotion or an award of some sort, or some sort of achievement. And it says that you should feel safe about promoting yourself and the things that you've been doing. Particularly if you're in the media or something to do with the media, it's a good time to be out there promoting yourself. And, this does also, on a mundane level, talk about a journey, transportation, modes of transport, planes, cars, trains. I mean, some of you might be in lockdown and not able to travel, but for some of you as well, there could be a journey for you that is quite significant in March. Now, I touched on the Devil there. Now, the Devil, as I said, it can look a little scary, but it's that card of the Capricorn, and it is that card of the ego. And really, sometimes when we see the Devil in our reading, it's that card that kind of, some of you might be feeling trapped, and this could be to do with an addiction. And although you are feeling trapped, it's actually of your own making, and you can change the situation. And it's almost like when the Devil card does come into your reading, it can often talk about maybe your path has become a little bit hidden, and it feels like there's no way forward, but you're right next to the Chariot. So I feel like that's not the case for you. Things are going to be moving forward, and you are going to be able to balance out this if you've had any addiction. And when I say addiction, this can be an addiction to anything. We can be addicted to cleaning. We can be addicted to sugar. There's so many things that we can be addicted to: sex, drugs, alcohol, the things that come to mind straight away, gambling. But it's like this thing, whatever it is, seems to have you in its hold, but you are just able to move forward in March. I really feel like you are able to move forward. This card can be holding you back from happiness. So it's really important to, allow that sword that the queen is holding there, the Queen of Swords, allow that energy to come into your life in March to cut away the BS and shed some light on healing this thing that I feel is holding you. Yeah. And get some balance. But you know what? I feel like you are going to be getting some balance or a hold on this this thing that you feel is holding you back and preventing you from moving forward. Yeah. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is your next card, and this is, a card of luck, a card of fortune. Again, another card. It's a wheel. It's a card of moving forward. You are moving away from this thing that is from the past that's holding on to you. This energy of the devil. And I feel like you're going to be really, really lucky as well in this choice that you might be faced with making in March. There is, the Wheel of Fortune is just such a wonderful card. It just really is that lucky energy. Lovely, lovely card to get. Now, this then leads into the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Wands. And as I touched on in the beginning, this is that card of building a strong foundation. This could be to do with your work again. You might be partnering up with someone regarding your work or regarding your future prospects, something to do with something that you are passionate about as well. But it just talks about building that strong structure. And this can be often this is often the marriage card. So for some of you, you might have met someone that you actually want to move forward in life with and spend the rest of your life with, or certainly build a strong foundation with. Now, it's just when you get the Four of Wands, it's just such a wonderful time in your life. And I feel like there's this movement forward, this happy, strong energy, and you're in this position where you are in a place of comfort and abundance, and there's peace and a promise of a joyful life as well. I mean, you just look at it, I just feel such happy energy when I see that Four of Wands. It's really a time to focus on the joys of your home life a lot of the time. Now, this can be physically building a home for some of you. This could be getting together with this person. Now, as I said, you've got Capricorn, you've got Libra, any earth sign I'm feeling could be Taurus, Virgo here, another air sign like yourself, Gemini or an Aquarian there. But definitely feeling strong connection with Libra and Capricorn. And, the that King of Pentacles there, that is often representative of a Capricorn, or a Taurus or a Virgo, because it's a general reading. This is that card again of prosperity, and a card of strength, and a card of, and not just prosperity, like incredible prosperity. When you get this card, you know that things are going to go so well for you, and it's almost like money's going to fall from the sky. So for some of you, you could be getting a bit of a windfall because you do have the Wheel of Fortune. And I think Taurus actually got these same cards, and it's funny, the King of Pentacles can be considered the Taurus card as well. But I feel like you are putting a lot of hard work and energy into creating your own fortune. You are using the energy of the King of Pentacles there to build an empire, so to speak. That's what the King does. It's a great businessman. And for some of you, this could be an up and coming promotion, or a pay rise, or something like that, just where you're stepping up to that next level. But I really feel great energy for you, Gemini. Now, last card there is that Justice card, and that is that card, like I said, of justice, of being able to balance out any of these things that perhaps are holding you back from the past. Also balancing certain situations, being that mediator in between, as I mentioned earlier, trying to keep two people happy, kind of in the center, in the middle of things, and you are balancing things out there as well. But you are also, if you're in a legal, have any legal issues, or you need to go to court or sign contracts or anything like that, make sure you do what's right. Always follow the right course of action. And it's like, if anyone's in a position to be making a judgment on you or evaluating you in some way, I feel like when you get the Justice card, things are going to be working out quite well for you. But just check any contracts or anything like that. Read them through, or get a lawyer to read them through if you're not good at doing that kind of stuff, before you do go into anything and sign any contracts. And, Justice kind of asks you to stand up for what you believe in and what you know is right as well. So if you're in a position where you are having to be the mediator between two people or two situations, really do the right thing, and make the choice or lean towards the option that is the right way to go, that deep down inside is the right thing to do. Now, as I mentioned, you have two Gateway Oracle cards, and to me, they both resonate so well with this particular reading. Healing the past and dwelling in the truth. And I feel like it's telling you here to actually heal the past. You need to dwell in the truth. And if you look at the actual the little mantra there for healing the past is, I step into my future with strength and clarity. And this, to me, is really linked with that Chariot card. You are stepping into the future. You have the clarity of the Queen of Swords there, and you are in control, and you are guiding your horses, your chariot, in the right direction. And to me, this is really it can be tough, and you're going to have to dwell in the truth to really deal with a lot of the past. And because your past really affects your present, and there's like a powerful healing that is really going to be occurring for you in March. And I'm just going to read a little bit from the book. So, beneath the surface, there are forces dissolving old blockages and limitations here for you, Gemini. And this has a positive effect on every aspect of your life, including your health, your relationships, and even your creativity. And I feel like you are such a creative person here. And what the universe wants you to know when you get the Healing the Past card is that challenges in your present can be linked to past events. And I'm really feeling a connection here with that Devil card. And I feel like you really need to take some time to examine some current situations to see what areas could be strengthened in your life. And it's really time to release old blockages, even if it feels like nothing is happening and there aren't any profound transformations occurring. There will be. There is going to be healing for you. And it's, in this card, it talks about the relation of that bamboo in the card, if you can see it underneath the crystals there. And it's sort of saying, not unlike the bamboo that grows roots under the surface for 2 to 5 years, building a foundation invisible to the naked eye. Then in 1 year, it grows up to 90 feet. So I feel like this is you, Gemini. You've been putting so much energy and so much work into building your foundation and getting things just so. And then very quickly, things are going to be, and I feel like this is starting in March because of this Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot movement forward. Things are just going to shoot up, and you are going to be able to, heal sort of wounds from broken relationships, or if you feel that you've got situations that seem impossible to forgive and old shame or guilt that you're carrying, I feel like this is all going to be dissolving for you in March. And because of this, your mind and your body and your spirit are going to be healing. And as I said, dwelling in the truth, this is really going to be significant for you. And if you look at the mantra on this one, I stand in the light of truth. And I do feel like this has something to do with the Justice card there, because justice is blind, and justice just works from a basis of the truth. And this, I'll just read a little bit out from the book on this one as well. The soul loves the truth. Be honest with yourself and listen to your inner guidance. Follow it by speaking your truth. To thine own self be true. You radiate the energy of truth to others so that they can find their truth. The universe wants you to know there is a place inside of you that always knows the truth. Take time to be still, to discover that genuine place of knowing within. Often the hardest thing about living your truth is discovering what it is. So it's important to slow down, be quiet, and listen to the whispers of your soul. If there's an area of your life in which you're not being authentic, or where you're not living in integrity, this is the time to make some changes. So that's quite heavy, Gemini, but I really feel like you are in this amazing position in March to start healing any of these issues from the past that have been holding you back, and healing physically, mentally, intellectually, psychologically, and you are on the way forward. You are being faced with this amazing decision that is going to be the start of something wonderful, I feel. You're really going to be moving in a strong direction, and it's going to be prosperous for you. So I hope that resonated with you, Gemini. Don't forget, if this is the first time, you do get that free mini reading. The first time listening to my channel, you do get that free mini reading. And I hope that you take up that opportunity. And if not, if you're already a subscriber, let me know what you think. Love to hear some feedback. So have a wonderful month, Gemini, and I'll see you next month. Bye.